Welcome to the Ultimate Sports Podcast. Today is Wednesday, August 14th, 2019. Today, I'm going to recap yesterday's baseball games, look ahead to today's games, talk about some NFL storylines, and my best bet of the day. All right, we'll start in baseball. Some interesting results, some upsets, some games you would think would be wins, just like the Yankees defeating the Orioles 8-3. You knew that was a no-brainer. The Yanks are 80-41. Baltimore 39-81. Domingo Germán 16-2 on the season. Now he leads the league in wins, despite being on the injured list for about a month. And John means the loss. Germán 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 7 strikeouts, ERA 3.96. Means 3 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout, ERA 3.76. Game 1 of a doubleheader between the Astros and the White Sox. The Astros came out on top by a score of 6-2. The Astros are 78-41. The White Sox are 52-65. Zach Greinke to win. Dylan Cease the loss. Nats over the Reds 3-1. The Nationals are 64-55. The Reds are 56-62. Joe Ross the win. Alex Wood lost. Daniel Hudson the save. Ross 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, ERA 5.91. Alex Wood 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 5.59. Phillies over the Cubs 4-2 on the MLB Network showcase game. Big win for the Phillies. They're 61-58. Chicago 64-55. Blaine Parker the win. Getting charged with the loss for the Cubs. Kyle Ryan and Hector Neris gets his 21st save of the year. Jason Vargas pitched well, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout, ERA 4.03. Jose Quintana pitched well too, 6 innings, 5 hits, and a run, a walk, 14 strikeouts, ERA 4.11. That might have been his best start as a Chicago Cub. Blue Jays over the Rangers 3-0. Blue Jays are 51-72. Texas 59-60. Thomas Pannone the win. Lance Lynn the loss. Ken Giles the save. Wilmer Font was the opener. 2 innings, a hit, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, ERA 3.86. Pannone 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, ERA 6.39. Lance Lynn 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, ERA 3.54. Red Sox over the Indians 7-6 in 10 innings. Go-ahead homer by Jackie Bradley Jr. in this game. Red Sox are 63-59. The Indians are 72-48. Brandon Workman the win. Nick Wicker in the loss. Andrew Cashner gets his first career save. Chris Sale 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 12 strikeouts, ERA 4.4. He got his 2,000th career strikeout in this game, Chris Sale. Mike Clevenger 4 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, ERA 3.34. Mariners over the Tigers 11-6. Mariners are 49-71. Detroit 35-81. Zach Gortz to win. Matt Boyd the loss. Yusei Kikuchi started 3 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts, ERA 5.56. Matt Boyd 5 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 4.38. Dodgers over the Marlins 15-1. Dodgers are 80-41. Miami 44-74. Dustin May the win. Jordan Yamamoto the loss. May 5 2/3 innings, 3 hits, and a run, a walk, 5 strikeouts, ERA 2.65. Yamamoto 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, ERA 4.42. Braves over the Mets 5-3. 71-50 are the Braves and 61-58 are the Mets. Max Fried the win. Zach Wheeler the loss. Mark Melancon the save. Starting for Atlanta was Max Fried. 6 innings, 6 hits, and a run, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 3.99. Starting for the Mets was Zach Wheeler. 5 innings, 12 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, ERA 4.36. Twins over the Brewers 7-5. Twins 72-47. Milwaukee 62-58. Tyler Duffy to win. Drew Pomeranz the loss. Sergio Romo the save. Martin Perez 6 innings, 6 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, ERA 4.57. Chase Anderson 5 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 3.78. Cardinals over the Royals 2-0. Cardinals are 62-55. Kansas City 43-77. Jack Flaherty to win. George Sparkman lost. Carlos Martinez the save. Flaherty 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, 7 strikeouts, ERA 3.52. Flaherty has a sub-1 ERA in his last 7 starts, by the way. George Sparkman 6 innings, 4 hits, and a run, a walk, 2 strikeouts, ERA 5.45. Diamondbacks over the Rockies 9-3. The D-backs are 61-59. The Rockies are 53-67. Kyle Ginkel the win. Jeff Hoffman the loss. Zach Gallen started 4 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, and walks, 3 strikeouts. ERA 2.58. Hoffman 2 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, and walks, 3 strikeouts. ERA 7.81. White Sox over the Astros 4-1 in Game 2 of the doubleheader. White Sox are 53-65. Houston 78-42. Ivan Nova to win. Chris Davinsky the loss. Nova pitched well. Complete game, 4 hits, no runs, 3 strikeouts, ERA 4.51. Starting for Houston was Chris Davinsky. He was the opener, 2 innings, 5 hits and a run, no walks, no strikeouts, ERA 4.33. Giants over the Athletics 3-2. The Giants are 60-60. Oakland 67-52. Madison Bumgarner the win. Brett Anderson the loss. Will Smith the save. Bumgarner 7 innings, 2 hits, an earned run, no walks, 9 strikeouts, ERA 3.63. Anderson 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 3.95. Pirates over the Angels 10-7. The Pirates are 50-69. The Angels are 58-63. Trevor Williams the win. Taylor Cole the loss. Felipe Vasquez the save. Williams 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, ERA 5.25. Griffin Canning started for the Angels, 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, walks, 2 strikeouts, ERA 4.86. Rays over the Padres 7-5. The Rays are 71-50. Padres are 55-64. Nick Anderson the win. Michael Baez the loss. Emilio Pagan the save. Brendan McKay started for the Rays, 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts, ERA 5.08. Eric Lauer, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 4.55. Today's games, 1 o'clock 12:30 game, Rangers Blue Jays. Colby Allard and Sean Reed Foley. 1 o'clock Orioles Yankees. Dylan Bundy and Jay Happ. Red Sox Indians. Brian Johnson and Shane Bieber. 2 o'clock Astros White Sox. Wade Miley and Ross Detweiler. Twins Brewers. Kyle Gibson and Gio Gonzalez. Diamondbacks Rockies at 3 o'clock. Robbie Ray and Kyle Freeland. 3:40 Padres host the Rays. Jalen Beeks and Cal Quantrill. Rays going for the sweep. 3:45 Giants hosting the A's. Homer Bailey against Tyler Beede. 4 o'clock Reds Nationals. Trevor Bauer and Steven Strasburg. 7 o'clock ESPN Cubs Phillies. Cole Hamels, Aaron Nola. This is a nice pitching matchup. It's obviously Cole Hamels' return to Philadelphia as a member of the Cubs. I think Hamels pitches well, and I think the Cubs get the win. Bounce back win for the Chicago Cubs. Hamels has had a good year for the Cubs. Nola has had a nice little rebound here after a slow start, but I still rather trust Cole Hamels in a big game than Aaron Nola. So give me the Cubs to get a much-needed win tonight on the road in Philadelphia. Mariners Tigers, Marco Gonzalez and Edwin Jackson. Dodgers Marlins, Clayton Kershaw and Alicia Hernandez. Mets Braves at 7:20, Steven Matz and Dallas Keuchel. 8 o'clock Pirates Angels, Chris Archer and Dylan Peters. Peters is probably the opener. And last but not least, 8:15 Cardinals Royals. You got Dakota Hudson and Brad Keller. All right, football, real quick. Andrew Luck has a lingering calf/ankle injury, which could linger into the season. His week 1 status is uncertain. This is a big concern for the Indianapolis Colts, who are a contender for the Super Bowl this year. If he misses 2 or 3 weeks, it's okay to have Jacoby Brissett. He's a serviceable backup, but maybe they go 1-2 rather than 3-0 in that stretch. But if they lose Andrew Luck for significant time, the Colts are going nowhere. They're not going to the playoffs without Andrew Luck for a certain amount of time. If he's out the whole year, forget about it. That's probably a 5-11, 6-10 type of team rather than a 11-5, 12-4 type of team. So that is a huge concern for the Colts, who I think have a good chance to not only win their division, but go on a deep run in the postseason because of their improved roster and a lot of young guys on defense and some young emerging guys on offense, and most importantly, the health of Andrew Luck. The Cowboys are dealing with some contractual issues. Ezekiel Elliott has not reported to camp. That's a problem. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott's asking for the moon when it comes to a new contract, and then they have an offer for Amari Cooper too, and none of them have taken their offers. If Zeke isn't back for week 1 or for the season, this is a huge problem for the Cowboys, in my opinion. They as well go from a Super Bowl contender to a non-playoff team. But I think the loss of Andrew Luck is a bigger deal than the possible loss of Ezekiel Elliott because of their positions. And I think Dallas can replace Zeke in some way, but certainly is a big drop-off, kind of like Luck and Brissett, but it's not as drastic. But if the Cowboys lose Zeke, they go from a 10-6, 11-5 type of team to an 8-8, 7-9 type of team, rather than the Colts would have a 5 or 6 win drop off. The Cowboys would have, to me, a 3 or 4 win drop off without Ezekiel Elliott. So that's the difference there. Best bet of the day brought to you by DraftKings. Some interesting games on the slate for today in baseball. You have the Yankees going for the sweep against the Orioles. I'm certainly going to take them. I'm going to take the Indians against the Red Sox with Shane Bieber. The Astros at the White Sox. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks at the Rockies, although I don't feel good about it. But I'm going to have to roll the dice somewhere, and that's just going to be it. The Nats over the Reds. That's another roll of the dice there. The Dodgers over the Marlins. I'm going to take the Mariners over the Tigers solely because of how bad Edwin Jackson is. And that's it. So 7 games, shade above 16-1, wagering $1, payout of $17.12. That's it for the podcast today. I'll be back maybe later tonight with the guests talking about the NBA schedule release and matchups we like and some storylines as we head into the season. And maybe I'll have another guest on tomorrow for NBA as well. And tomorrow, obviously, regular podcast as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.